friends, welcome to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel.
I'm Todd.
And we are finally in the garden. Fingers are already dirty. And doing our first project with landscape fabric this year. So you can Second? Oh yeah, well, it's the first one in the garden.
Yes.
But as you can see, we are standing and sitting on a carpet of green, which is what we refer to as Creeping Charlie. And if I left my garden completely unattended, this is what it would become, just a garden of Creeping Charlie.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. It is crazy. If you stay on top of it, it's fairly easy to manage because it pulls out easy. But if you don't stay on top of it, all that just becomes like a big carpet and a mat, and it's a little bit tougher. So since we didn't garden last year, I wasn't out here as much managing the weeds. This is where my big cattle panel trellis is that I like to grow things on. And it's also my shade sitting area. So it's a little bit why, because big chairs are here, why it goes unmanaged a little bit. So we're gonna use some of our landscape fabric and see how it works.
I think it'll go good.
Yeah.
It's also the spot where you have coffee with them in the mornings.
Yes.
When you come out here.
It is. And I hope to do a lot of that this summer. I'm so excited. So he's gonna start working on cutting landscape fabric, and I'm gonna do my best. I just did this side back here, pulling weeds from the growing area. So we'll see how this goes. If you're just finding us and interested in gardening though, go ahead and subscribe. We have tons of gardening content, all kinds of methods we try here.
We have, I think we're over 1,000 videos on YouTube now.
Awesome. So lots to share with you guys, and I look forward to sharing more this season, but this is the first real project in the garden.
2024.
2024.
It's gonna be a good one.
Let's go. I don't like it. I've always had such an organic looking garden. And now it's just this black stuff. It's so not my style. And my heart's like breaking putting this stuff down. And I know if I put, I'm just thinking could I put pavers on top just to make it look pretty? Maybe? I don't know.
It's gonna grow between the cracks of the pavers too.
No, put this down, then put patio pavers down.
Oh.
Just to cover the black. I might do that. Not right away,
At least in the seating area?
Yeah, just because this is so ugly.
It's always interesting reading your guys' comments because you guys have a lot of good insight and a lot of wisdom. And when it comes to landscape fabric and gardens, there's two teams. There's yes and there's no team. There's some people absolutely love it and they say it's the best thing ever. And other people hate it and they say, I hate it, I will never do it again. So I guess this is...
What team are we on?
We're gonna find out by the end of the 2024 garden season which team we're on. I know what you mean about this area because this is your seating area and you want this to be pretty. And you always want your garden to be pretty. You want to come to your garden and have it be a place of joy and beauty. It's
not even in my garden. Everything has just either been green or brown. It's organic. Right. And this is not that natural feel.
So, leave a comment on today's video and tell us which team you're on. The yes team or the no team. And if you care, tell us why too. That way we can learn from everybody and everybody can learn from each other.
Hey, we're getting off, I think, a little bit.
It's a lot different today than the last time we were out here in the garden with you guys. I think the last time the mosquitoes were biting us and I actually got sweaty. Today it's a wind chill of
20
in the 27 degrees Fahrenheit, I think.
Yeah.
When the sun comes out, it's not bad, but
it's always bad. It's so cold because of the wind.
It's the wind. Rachel hates the wind. But we're back out today to wrap up the landscape fabric project, hopefully, for the 2024 garden season. You switched a couple things around, and this big section over here is what we're going to work on next. But before we get started, you're going to work on fertilizer?
Fertilizer and amendments. So
fertilizer and amendments.
Yep. This is going to be cabbages and sweet potatoes. And before I get the landscape fabric down, I'm going to do some of my all-purpose BioLive. And that'll just prep the garden beds, because I'm not planting sweet potatoes any soon, but the cabbages are going to go in the bed soon. And you should really prep your beds, get it remineralized, get some nourishment in there after the winter season, a week or two prior to planting out. So the soil's nice and prepped and ready. And then I brought out my Sluggo to sprinkle where the cabbages are going to grow.
All right.
So I use this stuff for two things: to keep roly-polies or pill bugs under control. And I'm not trying to get rid of them entirely, but it's great for that, and slugs. So sprinkle this in your strawberry beds if you have a problem with either of those, potato beds, and like your leafy greens.
Next one for today is azomite. You're probably all familiar with traditional macro fertilizers with a number on the front of the package that is like the NPK, like a 4, 5, 10, or different numbers on the front. Micronutrients are other things like magnesium, copper, things that come generally from rocks. This is derived from rocks. Rachel knows a lot more about it than me, but she swears by this stuff. We found a big giant 44-pound bag on Amazon. It'll probably last us quite a while. In fact, I may have put too much in here. I don't know.
And really, you'll read a lot of things where people say you need to work this into like the top, 4 to 6 inches of soil. I never do that. I let it. That's why I sprinkle all my amendments on a couple weeks before I plant and let the rain just take it down.
These bricks are our guiding edge.
Okay. How much overhang do you have?
I'm going in the middle.
How much overhang?
At the end?
Yeah.
I have like 10 inches.
Oh, I have 2.
Okay, take me away some.
Okay, that's good. I feel like we need 2 more over there.
So it doesn't seem to me like the landscape fabric itself is all that expensive, but staples, they kind of suck. Because I really wanted to buy good ones, and I wanted to find like 10, 12-inch long staples that were like really heavy duty. And I found these ones on Amazon that have like perfect like 5-star reviews. They're super heavy duty. They're like 8-gauge wire or something. So they should last for years and years and years, as long as we remember to pull them all up. but they're stupid expensive, like 50 cents a piece for these things. Starting to look like a garden now. This is where the cabbage and broccoli are going to grow. These are 3 or 4 year old, 4 foot by 8 foot raised bed, 3-season tents or something. It used to have netting that went over it that had like zippers that you could unzip. It had like a clear plastic greenhouse cover that went on too. The covers are long gone. They didn't even really last 1 season. But we still use them. We just put insect barrier over top of these. We connect the 2 of them down there where there's a gap between them. And it works great. As long as you keep it down on the ground. Cabbage moths can't get in there. They can't lay their eggs. Works great.
Well, since I'm out here, I might as well go ahead and get all my raised beds amended too, and my potato bed. So I'm just sprinkling in the BioLive and the Azomite, and then because those will be going out, within the next month. So might as well get everything done in one big bang. So this here is going to be my now potato row. We just did the bed behind us over there. Down the center, about a 3 foot wide section of like baking potatoes. I grow Kennebecs, which are determinate variety, so you really don't have to hill them. You just have to protect them from the sun because they just grow at a single layer in the soil. And if you don't know that about potatoes, it's worth knowing. You might be wasting your time hilling potatoes if they're not indeterminate, meaning like they'll keep producing all year long, and as the plant grows, these are just determinate. So Todd was asking that, how can we grow potatoes without hilling them again? So I was reminding him. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready for you to hold it.
Okay.
Never remember to take a thumbnail picture when we're out filming, so we're trying to get better at it.
Yes. So this is our first attempt at landscape fabric in our garden, and the video started out with me wanting to cry out of the gate because I love my garden, and I am getting over it a little bit, and all I'm picturing is because I do such high intensity gardening, I'm really not going to see it, I hope, that much at the end because everything will be covered in green.
I think so.
So I think all in all it's turning out good. I'm still not thrilled about how the seating area goes, but that's okay. We'll just play that little section by ear.
But you watched us do this whole section of landscape fabric in this video, and if you're a landscape fabric pro, leave us a comment down below and tell us what we did wrong. 'Cause I'm sure there's something we didn't put enough staples, you didn't overlap it enough, you didn't do something right.
Probably.
And if you're also like that, like we mentioned earlier in the video, team landscape fabric, yes versus no,
let us know.
let us know why.
Well, yeah, why specifically. And we are using like the high grade quality stuff. It's been a while since we did the first day
DeWitt
install.
is the
DeWitt,
brand.
yeah. So it's not like the cheapy plastic stuff or the stuff that you buy at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's the commercial grower stuff. So hopefully that makes a difference. We'll see.
There you go, get warm.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for your help. This is
You're
my
welcome.
infrastructure man. He's learning so much more about gardening.
Maya's asking you questions. How do you
Yes.
do this? How do you do that?
So the day that comes and I'm no longer here, you can keep gardening.
Okay.
All right.
These
see you
guys will help me
later.
out, I'm sure.
All right. Bye, guys.